For the past 2 decades, amputees in England have had no problems getting a game of football. In Scotland, however, it hasn't been that easy. Until now. Scottish charity Finding Your Feet has paired up with Partick Thistle's Community Trust to help bring football to all.
We see football as a really strong unifying force. We see it as something that helps build confidence in people, it brings people together. The club's been in the community for over 100 years, so we want to use the name as much as we can to help people that face challenges in their life. You know, they say that timing is, everything in these situations. We were developing our strategy for the next 3 years as an organisation, as a charitable trust, and we felt that disability football was an area which didn't get enough attention, and certainly from senior clubs that have a charitable trust like ours, we felt there was none of this going on anywhere else. And just at that time, Ashley from Finding Your Feet got in touch with us and asked us if we'd be interested in piloting something.
Well, Finding Your Feet is a charity that supports amputees by trying to get them back into employment or recreation or sport. And we found out about amputee football taking place south of the border in England. It's been very, very successful, and we thought we would see if there was an appetite for it up here. It made sense for us to launch this in partnership with a club who had all the facilities and the coaches on hand. Partick Thistle is very much a community club, and obviously their coaches are very experienced in coaching disability football, and we're able to reach out to our network of amputees to make sure the numbers are there, so it works really well.
I think it's a big thing for us at the Community Trust is that we offer football to people for all. We run session for kids in frames, and then we obviously run this amputee football, and it's a big important thing for us, and it should be for everyone, that everybody gets the opportunity to do things which they didn't think would be possible. Our life shouldn't be determined on what we can't do, and more about what we can do to try and help that.
Let's first of all identify areas where we think that people wouldn't see football as a lifestyle option, and then let's go and see if we can make it a lifestyle option.
For amputee Brian Murray, the move means more than not having to travel down south for a game of football, like he has been doing so for the last year. It's about having the support system in place and giving those who don't think they can play the opportunity and confidence to do so.
It's really good because obviously they're putting not just the finances behind it, but they're obviously organising all the events for everybody to come and train and play. So it's really good to have somebody else sort of rather than myself trying to chase certain places. I mean, it's really good. I mean, I was only 10 when I lost my leg, so I mean at the age of 10, I'd know. I still played with my pals on one leg and rode bikes and done all the things that I did before I lost it. So. But then I kind of got out of it, so I've been out of it for about 30 odd years. And it was because I lost my confidence.
I think a lot of people, when they lose a limb, think that they'll never do any sport again. We just like to show people that they can do all the sports and have the opportunities that they could do before. They just might have to do them in a slightly different way.
Partick Thistle and Finding Your Feet welcome along any amputee, regardless of ability, experience or age. And one of the younger players is 6-year-old below-the-knee amputee Keely, whose mum Jan said it was all about building her daughter's confidence and having fun.
She wasn't interested in going, she didn't want to go. It was me that more kind of made her go, because she was saying, "What do you take me to football for? I don't even like football." But I've just been trying to find her let her try any sort of sports that she could get involved in. That was the first time she'd used crutches, and she didn't want to take her leg off, so she was really struggling. But the guys were just absolutely fabulous down there. They were really, really encouraging and enthusiastic and patient with her. So within about 20 minutes she had her leg off and she was using the crutches, and then so it's like, when am I going back?
Well, most of the young kids that come refuse to use the crutches at first. They want to play with a prosthetic, and they start with a prosthetic, but just the confidence that they derive from actually competing with other kids, participating with other kids, getting encouragement for the coaches and the people around for Finding Your Feet and things, they very quickly kind of shed their issues.
Trying not to treat them any differently from an able-bodied kid. I don't think they want to be, and I think you see the happiness that it gives them and the joy it brings to their faces. I think that's what really makes it worthwhile for us as coaches.
For young kids to get involved in this is really good, because obviously it gives them the confidence to want to do things. So yeah, and it gets them out there. Kids of the future.
But this isn't just a first for some players in Scotland. It's also a complete new world for the coaches. as David Galt admits that it's been a learning curve and wonders if it's been because of nerves that it hasn't been done before.
I think it's just one of these things, we take it as it comes. I mean, we were a wee bit, I'm going to say apprehensive, but a wee bit of nerves on how you approach these things. We were the first club to do it, and it was quite, I'd say, nervous to see how we go about, what do we do in the coaching and whatever, but I think as it just went on, we just take it as it comes, and we learn every week when we do these sessions. I'd say probably as a reason. People are maybe scared of the failure or whatever, but I mean, we've offered the opportunity, and both the things that the sessions that we've run for the frame and the amputee has been highly successful.
And when David isn't coaching on a Sunday with Partick Thistle, he's playing with Queen's Park on a Saturday, in what for David is a completely different ballgame.
Since the first session that I took part in, my respect for the kids and the adults has went massively, even more than it had done previously. The amount of times I'm trying to move there and I end up putting my other foot down, so it's extremely difficult. I would encourage anybody to give it a try and realise how difficult it is. Something I don't think I could do it on a regular basis.
So they put you through your paces?
If
As much as you put them through?
Put me through my paces, yes. After having a game yesterday, yeah, my legs are in bits.
The next big milestone would be competing in a league. But for now, they're just finding their feet.